Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, Napoleon Bonaparte, Genghis Khan. These men were among the world's greatest conquerors. They waged military campaigns in their life, forming mighty empires that existed for a long time. Would you include Jesus in that list? Would you include St. Paul in that list? Would you include yourselves in that list? We don't think of Christ or Christians in general as being conquerors. We look at that life of Jesus and we know that he died a horrific death. St. Paul himself was beheaded by that exact same empire, the Roman Empire. They looked more like the conquered than the conqueror. And yet, through his sacrifice on the cross and his resurrection from the dead, Jesus conquered the greatest enemy of all. He conquered sin and he conquered death. And because of our very baptism into Christ, because of the fact that when we were little children, or maybe even when we were adults, and our parents brought us to that baptismal font, we share in that life of Christ. But what is it that we bring to him? What do we give to Christ? This evening, the apostles were in this deserted place, nothing around, no Quick Trip, no holiday gas station, no quick food, nothing. And they asked our Lord to send these people away, let them go away and find something to eat for themselves. And Jesus said to them, "What do you have? What can you bring?" All we have is these 5 loaves and these 2 fish. And Jesus said, "Bring them to me. Bring them to me." We might look at our own lives and think we don't have much to offer. Look at the life of Mary and Joseph, a girl the age of 12, 13, 14. What did she have to give? What about Joseph, a poor man, a carpenter? We look at Bible stories. We look at Gideon, who had an army of 3,200 men. Our Lord reduced it down to 300. Samuel went to anoint one of Jesse's sons, and instead of going through and picking out the strongest, most brilliant one, he went all the way down the line to David, the youngest, the littlest of them all. When facing a giant, David simply used a stone to bring him down. And when our Lord sent out his apostles to begin their ministry, he sent them out with no money, no food, no sack for the journey. And 12 men, just 12 men, set out to begin his church. Our Lord isn't asking us to bring much to him. He's asking us to bring ourselves. Bring yourself the way you are, with your heartaches, with your pains, with your sufferings. Come to me. Come to me. Bring it here. And look at the miracle that our Lord performed, feeding over 5,000 people. What can our Lord do if we bring ourselves to him the way we are? Only Jesus. Only Jesus. Let go of everything. But Jesus and you too, if you give yourself over to him, you will be a conqueror. You will be a saint. What are you willing to bring to our Lord?